It's been a long time. I've dropped a tutorial on how to use Postman. So based on requests that I should teach them how to document endpoints API with Postman. So let's start. First of all, if you are giving an endpoint, the first thing you have to do is number one, come here to create a collection. You can see blank collections. Come here, enter your details. And as for this place, you can put a short description of what the endpoint entails like this. So what I do here: welcome to version 3 of DMDB API. This is where you find the definite list of current available methods of our movies, TVs, just a short description. And two, if you have, of course, API have to come with some keys. Let's say API keys, let's say barrier token. So this is what you're going to do. You come to authorization, you click on this drop down. If it's barrier token, if it's JWT bearer, if it's, just go through it and select the one that works for the endpoint. Then secondly, you input your token and then you come here. Let's say I'm going to remove this. So let's save. So I'm going to put my token here and just put it. I would save. So what happened here is that instead of you having to like put the bearer tokens or the API key in each endpoint like here, so you see that he inherited the API key from the parent, which is the collection. Or if you know that you want something more individual, you can still add it to that particular endpoint, because sometimes some endpoints require their own API. Then after you've done that, you save it, then you can now start. Let's say in your endpoints you have various endpoint in your APIs, rather you have various endpoint that have to do with accounts. Let's say fetching account details like I do here. Then the first thing you have to do is click on this view actions, then you click on add folder. So this folder, you can just name it whatever you want. Name it folder, let's say app. Then you save. In this folder, then you can start adding your requests like I've told you in my previous videos. Then for this particular endpoint, let's say the endpoint talks about details. Let's say this particular endpoint fetch details of a particular account. You save it, then you paste the endpoint here. Let's say the endpoint is this. Then okay, I'm going to teach you something else, but let's hold on. Let's say this is a particular endpoint. If it's get post, put it there. If it's get, just put it there. Then if it now has something we call query params, let's say the query params is list ID. You put the value here. But if it's path parameters, this is how you are going to do it. So you are going to do something like this, and then you put list ID, then you enter your details, or you can just come here and say equals to the details. Let's say 5. Okay, that's actually for query, I guess. So it's v5, then you save, then you run it. So if you see that it's working fine and good, then you come back here to come and save response as an example, instead of you having to like enter here and say add example. So it's very good to always add example in your endpoints to tell the user what is expected, so that if they run through any errors, they will know that okay, maybe I'm not passing the right variables or something. So you save the response, then you give it that name, which is, let's say, our details. Then you save. You are good to go. Now, to document this particular endpoint, you come here. You can use the quote bot to help you generate what's it called, the description. I will show you that, but it's very simple. To add a short description, it will be like this: endpoint fetches the details of a user's account. So you click on save account. Then you can add your descriptions to it, which is your response. You can add your part parameter description. Okay, what's the part? What's that list ID? The list ID of a movie. List I okay. Let's say movies, movies, movies list ID. If it also has like query parameter, let's say it has a query parameter like language. You can see you can okay. What's the language? That's E-es. Then you can add the description. That means the language of the response, something like that. You add it to it, and when you are done with that, please don't forget to save. Then you come here, you prepare a table. How do you draw a table? It's so easy. You add table. Table is very good for defining expected your response. What is expected? What's this particular response talking about? So you can just put, let's say, value, then description. Description. And you save. If you need another, let's say you need another column, this is what you do. You add, let's say, I think that should be column. Then you can now say key value description, and then data type. Yes, data type. So here, what's the value? Average. Let's say average rating. You can also like put it in a column. Then you add description. What's the description? The minimum rate of the the average rate of the movie, something like that. Of the movie list, or I think it's collection list. Then data type. What's the data type? Is it float? If it's float, if it's integer, you put it there. Then don't forget to give it an heading. Let's give it an heading. That's response definition or something like that. I think it should be response response description, something like that. Then you save, and you do this for each of the endpoints. Don't forget, give each endpoint, give it a short description. In fact, for every endpoint, your description should not be more than one sentence. It should not, except you have like more info, and your more info should be just more info. Let's say notes, maybe you have like something else to add. It should be short. I mean, everything should not be more than 3 lines. Your definition is one sentence. No, don't bother. And when you are done with this, you can save it. So it's that simple. And for each Each collections you can also add, sorry, each folder you can also add a short description. Okay, this folder entails all the endpoints for accounts such as users details, favorite TV shows, no, etc. Just to give them an overview of what this particular folder is talking about. And I hope you understand. See you in my next video.